obviously a great win last weekend. How's the mood and how's the line?
Yeah, it's obviously every game's really important in the AFLW because there's so few of them, but to go up to Brisbane and get a good result was really pleasing, and clearly that builds some confidence going into this weekend.
How's the squad as far as injuries, niggles, all that kind of
Yeah,
thing?
pretty. Yeah, on the injury front, we're reasonably healthy. We've still got a couple who are unavailable, but can't complain really. No, Dana Cox is probably our only long-term injury, and the others that are not too far away, so we're pretty good.
You looked at the dramatic turnaround in form in the week prior to the Brisbane game?
Yeah, look, I thought we were a little bit off against Fremantle. They were very good, but we didn't feel as though we'd played terrible footy. We just we gave them some chances and they took every one of them. So we were reasonably confident going up there, but clearly we needed to respond, and fortunately we did. In terms of the why, nothing specific really. We just set about doing the same sort of things we'd attempted to do the week before. We just did them a little bit better.
How do you capitalise on this week going forward?
Yeah, so this week's going to be a really good match. St Kilda's really balanced. They've got they've got a nice settled back line. They've got some young, exciting mids, and they've got talent forward. So Caitlin Greiser won the goal kicking last year. Sheila's a really talented forward, and McCarthy. So they're actually really balanced. I think the game will be a really good challenge, and I think that's what we're seeing in the AFLW at the moment. Is the competition generally is just strengthened. So all the games are, well, a lot of the games anyway, are turning into real good contests. So this should be a good day. It's the Indigenous round, so we're really excited about that, and obviously our ability to get back in front of our fans again, which is we haven't played that well at home yet. So we've probably got something to prove there.
What do you think that is? Why do you think you might have a firm time?
We've only had one game, so it's not a lot of work to work off. But yeah, we didn't. Obviously, we were inaccurate and didn't take our chances. But ultimately, our opponents just played better last time we were at home. So we've just got to set about addressing that, and clearly we're looking to do that, particularly in front of our members and our fans who, they've been amazingly supportive over the last 18 months for the footy club, and we'd love to get out there and put in a really strong performance for them. Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, there's only been 4 seasons of AFLW. This is the 5th. Thus far, you'd make a pretty good case that she's played at a level higher than any other player in the comp. But and so, as it currently stands, she's clearly one of the best players of all time. In history, we'll see where she lands long term, but I reckon she'll be pretty well up there. Yeah. Yeah.
What did you take from that sort of reply to?
I haven't seen it, to be honest, but I know that it was an interesting week. It was an interesting week, and I thought in the end they both handled it really, really well. It added something to the season. Obviously, you probably prefer those things not to happen, but once it did, I thought both players managed it really well, and it turned out great contest. We didn't get the win, but in the ruck it was a really good battle, and they both managed it well.
Just on that, as far as Riley goes, sorry to shift to
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
as far as Riley goes, it seems like he's come on in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, the overnight success that was 7 years in the making. Yeah, that's always the case. I mean, it's tough for anyone in that spot, the ruck spot. You can be playing really well in the SANFL, but ultimately there's generally only one position at AFL level, and obviously Sam Jacobs was such a consistent and strong performer for us for that period leading in. I guess what that enabled was for Riley to develop his craft and to be really ready when his opportunity presented. So he's done extraordinarily well in his brief career thus far. Yeah, I think always. I mean, everyone's trying to do that, trying to make that next step. Probably early in your career, you've got that opportunity to make bigger jumps, and I think he will continue to develop. If he can keep making those leaps, he'll be a pretty good player.